my name's Gecko. Coming back to play another game of Mini Motorways. Let's get started. So, previously we tried the daily challenge. Didn't post a very good score there. Gonna give the weekly challenge a go today. It's this one, buy one get one free. All weekly choice upgrades are doubled. That'll become very handy with the motorways. Big business. Some colours of destinations are always circles. That's going to be difficult. And we start with no bridges. Okay, I imagine that doesn't mean that we don't ever get any bridges. Because this is Beijing, and therefore we do need bridges. But let's get started. So this is week commencing 30th of August 2021. That's the weekly challenge. It's my first attempt at a weekly challenge. I tried a daily one earlier. You'll see if you check out that video. I didn't do too well. But it's all a learning curve. Usually I'm expecting and hoping to post a score, even though I'm very new to this game and have only played so far. I think that was my 4th or 5th game. So this will be I think this is my 6th. So far I've only posted 2 scores under 1,000, and they're both about 950 range. Other than that, I think my first attempt was about 2,000 and my other 2 were over 4,000. So a little bit disappointed not to reach 1,000 on a couple of them. I seem to have a fairly good understanding of the game, but there's obviously lots of little tips and tricks that I could do better and learn on. So things like here, it's taking a real good slowdown there, so maybe there's something I can do to speed that up. I don't start with any utility. I think maybe what I'm going to do here actually is I'm going to split these off. Whether I've got quite enough road to get there, not quite seemingly. I'm at the end of the week nearly. We will hit speed up. Get to the end of the week and then we'll worry about this. At the moment it's just 3 houses doing all of the work. I've just got another couple of road pieces back. So we'll do that. These are now segregated. Okay, so 4 traffic lights, or 2 roundabouts. It also doubles the number of road tiles. That is extremely handy. What that would allow you to start doing is blocking off certain areas if you didn't want them to be involved. What I will actually be doing here is I'll be getting these guys onto a roundabout to help out here. These 3 are okay there at the moment. I will grab another roundabout here. And let's get you to go down, my friend. Hopefully we'll start getting some bridges, because I imagine they're going to be helpful. Oh, that is not what I wanted to see right there. Okay. Okay, looks like this is going to be a game where I get absolutely zero help with placement. And I think a lot of things are not going to be able to be segregated, really. We do need to start getting some motorways at some point. Okay, we'll take the bridges. I mean, there's a good flow to everything at the moment. The only where there is a little bit slow down is just here, I think. We're not going to get you to join in here, my friend. would be really handy in this game, something I've been thinking about in the last couple, is effectively if there was some sort of indicator on a building to show you how many houses are currently connected to it by the current roadways. So I had a game earlier where I didn't connect up a motorway when I thought I had, so I brought the motorway onto a square. Because of the angle and how far zoomed out we were, and where the motorway went onto, just meant that I couldn't quite see that it was actually not connected up to the suburb. Perfect, 2 motorways. It wasn't quite connected up to the suburb that I thought it was connected up to, and therefore, if there was some sort of indicator on the buildings to show me how many houses are connected up to at any one time, I'd have seen that that was 0, and therefore I might have had a chance, but it's my own fault for not paying attention there. This is very unfortunate that we've just had this spawn right here. Right, what have we got? We can scoot around the outside, and I'm going to do that very quickly, because otherwise you know that something else would spawn there, and then I would definitely have to dip into my motorway just for that. Let's see about this. What can I do here? Again, it's not ideal. I'm just thinking with this, it's a case of once we've zoomed out a little bit, I could scoot all these reds. I could scoot all of these reds around the outside of this blue, and these reds out around the outside of this blue, which means I can connect these up straight away, not use the roundabout. And these reds here would not have to use either roundabout, we could just scoot underneath all of them, but we just needed to zoom out a little bit more before we can do that. In the meantime, I think, I think I'm just going to have to use a motorway just from this guy to this guy, just to satisfy that for now. I do need another grey building to spawn, but not there ideally. That's a real pain. That really is a pain, because there is going to be some segregate or some. Oh, I can potentially work around that. Yes, I can. If I don't keep misclicking, I can work around it anyway. Okay, there we go. So that works fine. Do you know what? Never mind. Let's get you involved. Here we go. Again, once we've zoomed out enough, we can scoot around the outside of everything. That means the yellows can go over a bridge that we've now got to get to the yellow. We can get the green involved. The reds can all go through. Reds can all go through and pretty much try and potentially avoid these green, the greys even. That's not ideal. We are going to have to use another motorway here. Okay, let's see what we get. Roundabouts. Okay, well, let's go for those. We have zoomed out enough where we can scoot around now, which means that blue can go directly there. Red can join on here. Red, red, red. Blues can join up there. We can get rid of that bit of road. Get rid of all of that. And this. All of that. In fact, actually, I will continue to go up. And what we'll have is we'll have a roundabout here. What does that mean? get our yellows sorted first. Okay, so this is a little bit messy at the moment. Bear with me, I know this is getting a little bit messy, but effectively what I want to do is I want to continue having the greens there. The reds are going to all congregate and then go through here, so it's going to be a bit of a bottleneck. Yellows, the greens, I will actually bring this down and there, so it should give me enough space. Scoot through there, can I? No, there's not enough space there. Okay, right, I see. Okay, we'll leave the greens as they are for now. Yellows are good. Hopefully we get another green spawn up here. This is as segregated as we can get it, I think. But actually, that is better there, isn't it? And therefore, they barely touch. Hopefully that's not going to cause too much of a problem. Okay, cool. Right, I think that's looking a lot better. Let's get you pointed down, my friend. Okay, let's go. This guy is not happy. He's just teleporting through other vehicles at the moment. And then we get a blue appear there. Let's point you off, my friend. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay. We do have another roundabout, which we can point you onto. Annoyingly, we haven't got space there. What we really don't want, this is why we're going to have to point that up, I think. We're just going to have to lose that grey house. What we really don't want is any of these houses going to this one here, which is what I saw happening. I mean, we've zoomed out enough that we can scoot this guy around now. 2 bridges or 4 traffic lights. It's going to be the bridges, isn't it? Okay. Oh no. Oh, that is not ideal. What is going on? Okay. We're having a bit of a mare at the moment. I'm going to slow it down. Right. Yeah, I will pause it actually. We're having a bit of a mare. I can't connect this up. These houses have caused a blockage, so I can't get these ones across. These houses are almost completely wasted, these ones here. We've only got one house going across. What have I got utility-wise? Nothing that's going to help. That's a shame. Okay, right. So what can we do? What can we do? Not sure if there is anything that we can do here, because there isn't enough space for a roundabout anywhere. There's no space for a roundabout anywhere in there. And that's where it'd have to join. I mean, unless we did do that, but then that's going to mean that these roads are going to start helping out here, which is what I didn't want. Extra long around there and then they wouldn't bother, but it'd still be connected in a way, and that's not what I need. What I really needed was a motorway, and I could just literally connect these two houses to it. Look at all this space that we've got all over the map, and everything decides to spawn down in this corner. We've literally gone this entire side of the map. We've got 3 houses, and this entire side of the map has got all of the square and circle buildings, except for this one, of course. Just seeming a little bit odd that everything's just congregated around this corner, all of the houses. We'll see what the weekend brings us. It brings us a treat, is what it brings us. Okay. We've got a spare roundabout, haven't we? I think what we're going to do is we're going to do that. And that. These blues are not doing okay at the moment. These greys have got to travel a long distance. Okay, so we'll take the motorways and we'll use them immediately. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab these two, do we think? Oh, actually, now it's zoomed out, we can actually get all of them. Just go straight onto it, my friend. You go straight onto that, and you onto that. To go there. Just before I do, I'm just going to remove that so there's no connection. You're going to go straight onto it. Give you a connection here. And what else do we want? We could possibly, actually, so what I'm thinking, let's just move this out of the way for a second. Okay. Let's connect these reds whilst I remember. Look how many road tiles we've got. We could actually just start blocking everything out, which is what I imagine most people are going to do on this map. So right, let's do all of that, and then scoot this out of the way again. Right, what we got? Grey, grey, grey. Nope, we don't want to do that. We do want to have it down here. And let's scoot that there. Actually, you can have a direct access to it, and so can you. Okay, so it's going to go there. And where do we want it? Okay. So I guess that's what we want. We'd ideally have separate greys attached to the separate grey buildings. That's just not possible at the moment, just like with the reds. We've got a spare roundabout and 2 bridges and a lot of tiles. It's always just as I make a change that it says nope. Okay, right, so what we got going on? Let's just slow things down for a minute. We have had a couple more yellows appear. But we haven't got any yellows going over here at the moment. We haven't got a spare motorway. What I think we're going to need to do is we're going to need to utilise a roundabout. We're going to drop you here, my friend. Are we? No, we're going to drop you here. I'm going to do a road to you and a road down. And we're going to do a road here as well. Not ideal. Also the greys we need to handle. Got another roundabout, have we? Cool, okay. Let's put you there. No. What I don't like is the angle that they're coming onto the roundabout at. Right, what else have we got going on? Anything that I haven't seen? I think we're all okay. Got two bridges, could make use of that just for this one building. We can recoup that pretty quickly if we need to. How are we going on with the map boundary? Okay. Everything's still wanting to spawn in this bottom corner. We've only got two buildings going up here. It's not ideal. These reds are seemingly not doing anything. So what I could potentially do is just cut them off for now. Motorways definitely needed. And we've got two more blues over here, which we could utilise. But at the moment everything seems to be going okay. And these reds just don't seem to want to get involved at all. But that should mean that everything's good with regards to reds, really. Okay, so green. I've only just noticed that this green is still only being served by this one motorway up to there. Now what I will probably do actually is do that, and then I can get these guys. Actually, you go straight there and you can go here. So the M1 is now being served by 3 cars instead of the one. This guy has been quite happy with that one though for the longest time, which is good. All of my shops and everything are catered for, and I keep referring to them as shops. I see them as square and circle shops. I know everyone has their own terminology for the various buildings. Let's get you on there. Okay, right, have we got a spare roundabout? We haven't got a spare roundabout. Would have been handy. I think a roundabout would probably be necessary at some point here. And we can get some of these guys down here. Currently, all these 5 who are serving this one. I will actually utilise a motorway. I forgot about these guys over here. They could do the job. I know it's a distance, but I have faith they can do it. The blues are all still fairly happy, so we can just ignore these guys for now. Another red. This guy's just upgraded, which okay, because we've got 3 here. What I may well do is point you down, my friend. Get these 2 guys involved in this long journey here. I could even actually, because there's 5 here, I could shorten that journey to be handled by these guys. And we go for the roundabouts. It seems to be okay on bridges now. Don't think we're going to need another one potentially over here, but we've got one on reserve. Where was it I was thinking of getting a roundabout? I think it was here, wasn't it? So these guys are going down here, the greys are going here. I think that really is probably a good use of a roundabout, to be honest. Right, so we'll get them all to come on at that point. And then they will scoot down. And then I've got a bit of a run-off because this guy's going around this way now. Okay, right, we're looking good, I think. Just waiting to see what spawns here, really. As much as I can, as you might have seen me just do down here. So I tend to turn the houses away from the road if they're not actually involved in it. Because you might notice if that's there, this slightly slows down. Whereas if you turn it away, then there's no junction there. So maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like it speeds it up. This red's not happy. How many is he being served by? Quite a number, really. Quite a number. But what we got? Is there anything we can do there to shorten this? I think potentially. So I think reds is the main issue. We've got 4 circles. We've got what? 5, 10 houses here. All serving 1. Now they do have 3 roundabouts to contend with. These 5 are all serving this one, which isn't doing too well either. And then we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 serving these 2, which are pretty close. But again, do have roundabouts. Have we got any motorways? We have got motorways spare. From the center of this go all the way across. I think that's what I may well do. Is go to here. I think that's gonna hopefully sort that out. Okay, they are making it. There's obviously going to be a little bit of a transition period. congested there, really. This could be a problem. I think maybe what we need is potentially a second, because we haven't got any room there for roundabouts. If we get to the end of this week and there's an option for a motorway, I think one of those motorways is going to be used for these 4 to get across the far one, and these 4 can serve this nearer one. Because the congestion is really not happy, especially splitting as well. No motorway, that's disappointing. I haven't got any traffic lights at the moment. I don't think that's going to help me, to be honest. But I'm running out of space to put roundabouts, so I will grab them. Let's just have a little think about what we could potentially do here. Now, the fatal mistake that I've made in previous videos and previous plays of this is actually messing around with the motorways, because you need all the journeys to complete, and until then no other cars are going to start their journey. We have got a spare house up here that I've just seen. What we could potentially do is break off some of these, because this guy is happy at the moment. We could potentially break off some of these. We've got a spare bridge, haven't we? Yes. So if we were to tell this guy to come down, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that leaves what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go off that way. So if we say to you, come this way, all of this, like you come this way, you come this way, join up there, and we're gonna stick a roundabout here. You can join on there, that can come off there. Okay, so that means we've got what, 5 there to go straight onto here. I think it might be too little too late, but we'll see. Oh, this is living on a knife edge. Come on, boys, come on. Oh, here we go. Oh, that is not what I needed, especially with no motorways. Oh dear. Okay, right, what can we do then? What can we do? We haven't got a spare bridge now, have we? Did I say earlier that we could get rid of a bridge somewhere? I think, yeah, there. We can get rid of that one, because he's not in play at the moment. In fact, actually, we could save him and go round, which means we have got a bridge to play with. Which means we can send, oops, what am I doing? Which means we can send this guy across and up. Doesn't help massively, but it helps somewhat. And then we can have three going there, 3 going there. But I think this is the problem here. Still, I think maybe what we do is we split that off, so this motorway is literally just taking care of that, and then all of these are getting across there. That's going to have to be the way it is, I think, and then that stops that. It stops the slowdown here, and then we can potentially look at moving this motorway once this is cleared up a little bit. If we get that far, of course. Because this is the queue. Okay. Looks like we're a little bit happier now. Hold on a second. Who's taking care of this yellow? Someone's getting there. I can't even see where they're coming from. Okay, so that's these guys. These guys are busting over to get to 1, 2, 3 now, which is not good. Okay, right. We may be able to, because we've got so many tiles. We may be able to do something here. So, right, you are going to come down here, my friend. And the 3 of you are going to continue, but you're not going to... You're going to go here. So that's segregated still. This is segregated because they've got 3 going there. I'm tempted just to point him onto there for now. Just to tidy that up a little bit. And then these guys are still going across and dealing with 2. But at least we're not having them, a couple disappear off. Okay. Off you go, boys. Go on. Go save me. I've had to stay extremely dynamic in this one. Okay, right, let's wiggle you onto that roundabout. Are there any houses I'm not making use of, really? I mean, it's just the blues, isn't it? But blues are actually okay. It's the only thing I don't need. Blues and greens are actually just, yeah, bossing it at the moment. These reds are not getting involved still. And all of these. Motorways. Easiest decision I've ever made in my life. Okay, right, so what can we do here? I think we're just going to just hold on to these motorways until we need them desperately. Again, we have still got instances. Maybe we'll send you guys all the way around the outside. There. Could do with getting this grey on there as well. What have I got? Not. That doesn't actually help me at all. Missing going on whilst I'm concentrating on this. You can go on there, you can, oops. blue's appearing. Green's still there. I don't think I'm missing anything else. I didn't see anything else spawn in the middle. I could really do with this grey getting involved. I haven't got a spare motorway. I will scoot him up. And as soon as I've got a spare bridge. As soon as I've got a spare bridge, I'll utilise that. Oh, we have got this blue just spawned here. Okay, so we are going to utilise a motorway. So is that the M3 is going across here? What we will do, and I know I don't like moving motorways, but that should be fine. And then you are going to go up here, my friend. In fact, what I've seen people do actually is keep the motorway away, get all the merging of everyone done before they get to the end of the motorway. I think that's the best way to do it. Okay. Who's stacking up? Is anyone stacking up? I think it's just this red at the moment underneath here. He's okay there. So we had a couple of hairy moments already. We're looking much better. You can scoot onto there, my friend. Okay, that's upgraded, so it looks like I'm going to need to put you back on there. Easy decision again. So I've got 3 spare motorways now, so we can actually do something with these potentially. So the greys are struggling now, so potentially what we can do, what we've got here, we've got them to split off, so we could get a suburb. Cheeky. So we could get this grey suburb, really, we could get that to connect directly to this. How many suburbs have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3 clusters of greys. We've got 4. So what's the biggest cluster? Because the biggest cluster is going to get shared between those two, I believe. And then there's no need for, because we can do a motorway. Motorway, so there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 down here. Okay, cool. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Right, so without changing any existing routes. Well, I say without changing any existing routes. There I go, changing one. But that means that these greys are going to directly deal with that. How are the yellows getting there? The yellows are getting there from over there. So I can get rid of all of that. This grey is going across. just these two? Just two houses utilising a whole motorway there. Isn't it? So I'm just trying to work out who is feeding who with regards of the red houses right now. So the reds are actually going down here. Okay. It's getting a little bit confusing, I guess, because, right, so I've sorted the greys. The reds have got one less roundabout to deal with. This really isn't necessary as a roundabout, but it saves a slight slowdown on that junction. But they're all handling that. They're all handling that. This is being handled entirely by this cluster up here. Get rid of all of that and these. How do I do this so that I don't mess it up? So taken care of. That is almost directly taken care of. So we're going to disconnect that. Oh no, we do need that for the yellows. And that needs to stay on there for the reds. I just don't want any of these greys going through and then trying to get there. Likewise, I don't want these greys trying to go through to this. I want them to be segregated. But the greys are actually... I could put them onto that. I could do that. That's not necessary, so the greys are actually going straight there. These greys are going across. Actually going to change it so that this guy is going this way. I've still got one more grey motorway to go. So motorway. So yeah, grey motorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that one under there? It is. 7, 8, 9. These are going to these two at the moment. I think I might just leave that how it is currently. If I can split those into a 4 and a 5, then I might do a motorway to the further one. And then I don't need the... I can then go straight up, actually. And go straight up, and then I don't need to come out for the roundabout. Okay, let's see how things go here. I think the main thing that I want really... First thing I want to change is probably this section here. Although that should start flowing a lot better now. As soon as this roundabout goes, it should start flowing better. So we've got 3. I mean, these four should cater fine. So I might actually send these guys down here as well. So we've got 6, but they're all quite a distance from this one, whereas these 4 are real close. Can make it even closer. In fact, actually there's 5 there, aren't there? Okay. And that means that this one here, I can put you up here, get rid of that motorway entirely. What is the hold up here? Fuck. Excuse my language. What is the hold up? It's just that roundabout, isn't it? You're meant to be efficient, roundabouts. Yeah, so this is still where the fallout from where I've tried to segregate the greys. Yeah, the greys. So the reds. Now I've got a spare motorway. Can actually put the reds straight. No, I haven't got a spare motorway. I will have one in a moment. Once I have that, I can put these reds down to here immediately, fly over all of this, and therefore the yellows can go left and right. The greys are taken care of, and then I've got absolutely no integration there at all. I just need to survive this section, and that is looking kind of hard right now. We've just got to wait and see what happens, really. Again, I did want to utilise potentially a motorway here, but I'm still waiting for all the greys to sort themselves out. This area is not helping me. I think this is over. Yep, here we go. What a shame. I think I had the right idea. I just implemented it a little bit too late. And that whole area where the top area, the greys, were actually coming down and through all those roundabouts, when there was a motorway that would have taken care of all of those travellers. I think, yeah, I think that's just a bit of a shame that it worked out like that. So maybe if I'd got those motorways a bit earlier, I would have been able to sort out that segregation as such. But it was a good attempt. I'm fairly happy with that. 4 shy of 2,000. I do like to hit 2,000 as a target. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. We'll see where that puts us on the leaderboard. So it puts us in the top 1,000. Let's see. No, not got any friends. Not got any friends. But not only that play this game regularly enough to be able to compare, but let's see what is the top score. Wow. Okay. So yeah, obviously a big gap between 1 and 2. And then, yeah, between 2nd and 10th is, wow, that's half the score, isn't it? So, yeah, imagine going from 2 to 4,000. If you're at about 4,000, I imagine you'd be pretty high up. But yeah, 2,000, I'm in the top 700. It's a shame you can't see how many people have played it. That'd be interesting. But I'm fairly happy with that. I think I had the right idea, just implemented it a little bit too late. And yeah, it's one that I think I could certainly improve on if I was to have another attempt at that. But you only get one chance to post to the leaderboard, so I'll leave it at that. We'll check out the weekly challenge next week. We'll be back and do another daily challenge soon, but my next video that I'm going to be creating for you guys is in Dar es Salaam. So I'll catch you then. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.